Yeah! Yeah! Here we go! 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 Go!
Hello, welcome back. Fourth and goal. Here we go. We've got Andrew.
What up?
We've got Tommy. I'm your host, K-Taz. We also have a brand new host today with us. And here's Courtney. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Fourth and goal. How's everybody doing today?
What's going on?
Tommy, we got some problems this season for sure. The Denver Broncos, we'll see what they do, but they're going to do pretty good, I feel.
We've got problems.
I'm just kidding. Everybody, real quick here, we wanted to introduce or unveil our new host here with us this year. We did lose one host and we gained another one. So let's go ahead and get that rolling right now. Everybody, who is it? All right. It's like Danny. Danny's our new host, as if you guys didn't know. Danny, welcome to
Hey.
Fourth and Goal. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Really excited to be here,
Awesome.
be a part of the show.
Yep. We definitely, you were here a lot last year, and we know you know your football. You're going to put a woman's perspective on it, so it's all good. But congratulations and welcome aboard with us for this season. How's chat
Thank
doing
you.
today? Who do we have in here? All right. So let's see here. We've got Chillin' Eric. How you doing, Chillin'? Mortal. LJZ, Freedom, Flower,
Rip.
The Rippa, Casey Cox, Butterfinger, Walmart. How's everybody doing? Oscar's here. All right. Sugar Bean.
Oh.
Welcome aboard, Sugar. Mary Lou. We've got Cruppy in the house too. Connie. Hi, Connie. How you doing? We also have 3D Pops. 3D Pops. Nice to see you here, bud. Judd, here we go. Judd's first time, I think. That I don't know, Judd, were you here before on our last show? I don't know if you were.
I don't believe so.
First time Miami fan.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. Thad's here. Thad, thank you. And yep, how about them Cowboys? We'll go ahead and post that right up there. Good for you. We do like the Cowboys around here. Who else we have here? Anybody else? Crazy Ones. I don't think I've seen you last year, but welcome to the show. Tommy 111. All right. Well, before we get started in on everything, I just wanted to kind of run it back a little bit. Again, this is Fourth and Goal. This is not Fourth and Troll. If you're going to troll here, it's not welcome, and we'll remove you immediately. We are not here to talk about Colorado Ped Patrol, any catching, anything, updates, conviction reports, anything like that. This is not the place for it. We are strictly doing football here on Sunday mornings. It'll always be 1.5 hours before showtime. Before kickoff, we'll have our show starting. So with that being said, what did you guys think about preseason?
A lot of ups and downs, but it was exciting. A lot of changes, and I think the teams are looking pretty good. They should be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did get a chance to watch a little bit of it too, and it's kind of interesting for me. It's always, looking at the second, third stringers. Of course, I got to see, some of the quarterbacks this year, and it's going to be interesting how that all plays out. But Tommy, you have a very interesting quarterback situation on your end, and I'm pretty excited for you about it this year.
Yes, so am I. Taking them Raiders down this year.
Yep, Bo Nix. We'll see how that all pans out. Knock, did you guys lose anybody of importance, or what's your situation look like? I haven't been following the Raiders.
Not that I could remember at the top of my head. I think we'll be good this season, though.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Lions better quarterback Jared Goff better play damn well because he pretty much hit the Powerball with a 4-year contract for $212 million. Yeah, with 170 guaranteed.
For sure. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. So Casey Cox says Bo Nix is going to tear it up. He's a hell of a quarterback, and as long as he has a team built around him, he will do fine. I really agree with that, Casey.
You guys are gonna be surprised.
Yeah, we'll be interested to watch that. You know, Russell Wilson, I still think he's a decent quarterback, and I know he went and he's going to start with the Steelers this year. I still think he's decent, but I mean, when's the point when they're too washed up, right?
He's there. He's washed up. In preseason, he looked just like the Broncos quarterback in Denver. I don't care. I know it's preseason, but he looked the same. Most sacks in a preseason, it was him. Of all the starting quarterbacks, same shit. He sucks. I mean, I just think he's washed up. You have to have a perfect team around him. When you don't, he's just not good, man. He's not good. They'll struggle, I think.
Well, you know, a lot of these teams I've noticed too. Well, not a lot, but there's been a few teams I've been kind of watching. Like, let's say the Washington Commanders. I mean, I kind of feel like they've done a rebuild, right? So it's taken them a few seasons, and I'm interested to see how they're going to play. Of course, they're in the same division, so you know I do take more interest in that. But that could be a problem too.
Yeah,
never know. Mortal Kombat, welcome back for another season. But 136 million for CeeDee Lamb. Now, did anybody really think that they were not going to sign CeeDee?
It is Dallas, and they do crazy shit, so there was definitely a chance.
Yeah,
that's true.
That is definitely true. I don't know. It's so hard to say, and even in the beginning of the season, all these people, all these players, and they're going to be rusty, right? Let's be realistic with it. It's going to be, they're going to have to knock off the rust. I personally don't think until about week 5 or 6 you can really kind of see where they're going to be, held up during the year. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah. We're going to have fun watching it. Who?
Brandon Ayuk from the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
What position is he?
Receiver.
Receiver, Yeah.
Quarterbacks and wide receivers, running backs, they make the most.
Yeah, well, see, Casey says the Commanders will suck again like always, or management can't build the team.
Yeah, well, I agree.
I'd be happy with that if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But what about anybody been following the Philadelphia Eagles? Because that's another powerhouse team that can go really either way.
They haven't changed much, and they lose 6 of their last 7 of their last 8, and I haven't noticed many changes.
Yeah,
I'd be real leery.
Yeah, definitely at the end they did struggle for sure. Mm-hmm.
Well, now they have a good running back in Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, that's true.
If he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
So Tommy 111 says Wilson's going to get benched midway through the season.
I agree. I think week 3 or 4 they'll be bringing in old Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right, what's this? Dustin 916. Dustin V 916. Nick Chubb is out for 4 weeks. Ooh, that's going to be tough. That's a tough one to lose. And he's still with the Browns?
Yep.
Chubb, yeah.
A couple big injuries already.
Travis Kelce retired, but I think they'll be okay. I agree with that, Mortal. I think Kansas City just has a dynasty over there that they're going to run for a little while.
Jason
Kelsey. Yeah. Yeah, Jason, not Travis. Not Travis. Travis is still playing. Jason. Yeah, Jason.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, they didn't break up the old Kelsey and Mahomes team. No,
Right.
they didn't do that.
Who is Oscar says Milano.
It's probably like a third string person for the Bills, yeah.
Yeah.
I would
think
assume
that's a linebacker. Don't quote me on it though.
Interesting. So besides your own team, who else are you guys, really interested in this year? I mean, everybody's got to have another team, like I would probably say for me, I'm going to keep an eye on the Bears. All right. It's a team I kind of like, I kind of don't like. So I'm going to a little bit. I have a feeling they're going to do pretty good though. I really do.
Well, I have a feeling they'll do good too. It's just that they are, Detroit's arch enemy. And I'm a Detroit fan, but they're usually a good team. And last year they played pretty good, and they're looking better this year. Of course, my other team.
Last year, I think they went 3-14.
Yeah, so we're hoping. He's hoping they'll do better. I don't really care if they do. I'm hoping they don't actually.
Yeah.
But the Vikings did pretty well last year, which is my other team. But so far this year, they've done a lot of during the the preseason, drop a lot of players, add ones, so it's going to be interesting to see what they've come up with. But I guess every team has kind of done that.
Sure. Yeah, Mortal likes rooting for the home team Browns, except when we play them. So we'll get that out of the way week 1, Mortal. Well, that'll be all right. We'll be just fine. What about you, Knock? Who would be another team that you would be interested in watching?
Just the Raiders.
That's right, buddy.
Really?
Yeah, there you go.
True fan.
All right, we'll let that one go. Tommy,
No Wally 17 teams.
Wally said, that the Titans look really good, though. So, look
what's
at
that? The Tijuana Titans?
Tijuana Titans. Tommy, you've said before, though. I've heard you say in conversation that
Titans just traded their quarterback.
You say what?
The quarterback that they drafted last year or something.
Oh.
Traded him to the Packers.
Fatima, I would put money on that. Bo Nix has easily a better record than Russell Wilson this year. Easy. You could DM me. We could make that happen. What were you saying, JFS? I don't really have a second team, but I lived in Arizona a long time. That I would like to see Arizona do good, but if they're playing the Broncos, I want it to be 100-0.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they're the enemy that day.
But I mean, I lived there so long that it's nice to see them do okay. But yeah, no, I'm Broncos and only Broncos. F all the other teams.
All right. Well, we can even say when you're looking at the final scores for the day, your eyes kind of go to another team as well, too. And I think you would say probably Arizona. You kind of keep your eyes on them for sure, and I do too. I don't hate Arizona. It's just I don't really like them though. I get it. Let's see here. Fatima or Tommy 101 says Nix is going to do way better than Wilson this year.
Yeah. Fatima, I watched him play this year, and I know it's second string that he's playing with, but we were also playing against second string. So he didn't have his good guys out there, and he had 8 drives, and 7 of them were scores. The only drive that wasn't a score, they were going to score at the 17-yard line or 27-yard line, I'm sorry, and they fumbled. So any quarterback can come out with second, third, first, round players and can score 7 out of 8 drives is pretty unheard of, no matter who you're playing. And when you're playing second stringers, you're supposed to kick their ass if you're good. And that's exactly what he did. He outscored their opponents. It was I forget what it was. It was 77-17 or something like that. So he did exactly what you're supposed to do when you're playing backup people. Now, Russell, playing with the ones, was sacked most per possession. And I think he scored once, and I think he threw 2 picks. Last year, Bo Nix went 45 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Played in a pretty fucking strong division. I don't know what your story is. I don't care about Auburn. People learn as they go, right? That's what college is for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll put my money where my mouth is. I watched him. I've been to practices. I've seen him play against the starting Green Bay team. 6 drives, scored on 5 of them. Again, it's practice. I'm not saying he's going to come out and be a Super Bowl MVP. I'm not saying that. But I think you got the man wrong. He is by far the best of the 5 this year in the draft. Look it up anywhere.
Yeah. Someone to look out for sure.
3D Pops is saying bold prediction: Raiders sign Tannehill by week 3. What do you think, Knock?
Nah, you talk about washed. That dude's old too. I don't think we'll sign a veteran quarterback.
All right, so Fatima says, I don't care about Auburn. You mean SEC football?
Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying. I mean, any quarterback that can go 45 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, I don't care who you're playing. I don't care who you're playing.
Right.
That's that's unheard of stats.
Yeah.
So we will see.
Most
Casey
definitely.
Says, give Bo Nix 3 years and he will be Super Bowl MVP material for sure.
We'll see.
He's got potential. He's definitely got potential.
He's got definitely got a ceiling. I mean, a high ceiling.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Sugar Bean says, I have such a dislike of Aaron Rodgers that I might watch a few Jets game. We got Tom B in here. Did anybody see Tom B around? Talk about the Jets.
Fatima says, what about the shitty stats at Auburn? We're ignoring that. Well, let me tell you something. So Peyton Manning started for the Colts, and his first season went 3 for 13. 3 for 13. John Elway started for the Denver Broncos. First season, he got booed off through most interceptions of any quarterback in Denver Bronco history. So, I mean, if you want to go off of 2 years of stats, I go with what have you done lately? That's what I do. What have you done lately?
Right.
Yep. Casey says he played Pac-12, dummy. All right. Well,
no, he came from Auburn. He came from Auburn, then he went to Oregon.
Yes. So, I'm excited for the Dolphins too, Judd. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, Judd thinks that the Dolphins has the best running game in the league.
That's probably true.
Really?
Yeah, they got a 1-2 punch, man. Look what they did in week 5 or whatever it was against Denver a long time ago. But dude, which turned out to be a pretty damn good defense. They're legit.
Yeah.
They're legit.
Yep, I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, for sure. All right, everybody. Well, we can move this into a different direction right now. So, Knock Andrew, do you have, I mean, it's week 1, but do you have an injury report for today?
I have a couple.
All right, hang on. Let's do this the right way here. Where are we here? All right, let's do it. All right, Knock. What do you got?
All right. Again, I have a couple. I didn't go through all the teams because that beats like too much. I have Marquez Valdez-Scantling on the Bills. He's questionable with the neck. Keenan Allen, a foot, questionable for the Bears. Cowboys. Darrell Johnson, he's placed on IR. Chiefs, I got Hollywood Brown. He's out with a shoulder. He will not play against the Ravens. Vikings, I got TJ Hawkinson. He's out with the knee. And then this last one right here, I got the 49ers rookie, Ricky Purcell. He was shot in the chest, unfortunately, yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's in stable condition.
He's in stable condition, but it was a robbery like at a mall and stuff, and he got shot right in the chest. And the poor thing, what's sad about it is he was just coming off of being injured last season and not being able to play, and he was all ready to go, and they were excited to put him on, and now he's in the hospital with a gunshot.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't San Fran, didn't they have like 2 players that were shot this offseason? Or am I thinking of something else?
I don't know.
One of the Vikings player passed away
He passed away from being
in
shot.
a car accident.
Car
I
accident,
forgot
I
her
think,
name.
wasn't it?
Car accident. Yep.
Yeah. And you know those guys are so young, didn't even, start out life really, That's too bad.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
bad.
23 years old. 23, this wide receiver from the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Just a kid.
Yep. So, all right. Well, that's interesting. We never know what's going to happen. I'm sure that injury report's going to get bigger and bigger as the season goes. So,
Yeah.
hopefully these
Let's
people
hope not.
are going to have these injuries. Hopefully it doesn't impact them.
Oh, we got some ASMR happening here.
What are you doing? Are you going to the bathroom now? We're live right now.
No, I'm pouring some water.
He was pouring. I could tell. It was just the pouring.
Oh yeah, no, that is true, Thad. Yeah, Dallas, I did hear they lost Bland for 4 games. Yep, that is true, and that could be potentially an issue, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. All right, so with that being said, we do have a new segment here this year that we're going to be doing, and that's going to be Janie's going to be presenting some fun and interesting facts around the NFL. So let's see if we can go ahead and do that next. Go ahead and run that. Let's see what you got.
All right. So the NFL is making significant changes to its rules this season. In the big picture, kickoffs will look wildly different, and the hip drop tackles have been banned. Why? The kickoff returns were at an all-time low last season, with only 22% of all kickoffs being returned. So let's take a look at that. The new kickoff rule. It's designed to resemble a typical scrimmage play by aligning players on both teams closer together, restricting movement to reduce space and speed, and to promote more returns. The new kickoff format is called the dynamic kickoff. This rule will be in effect for 1 year, and then they will reevaluate it in 2025. It changes where the kicker and the kickoff team start and adds a new landing zone. So if the kicker will start on the 35-yard line, while the kickoff team starts on the receiving team's 40-yard line. If the kickoff reaches the end zone on the fly, it can be returned or downed for a touchback at the 30-yard line. If the kickoff goes through the end zone, the ball is placed at the 30-yard line, and if the kick fails to reach the 20-yard line, the returning team starts its possession at the 40-yard line. So that's a lot, but Jafez, I think you've got a video that you can show maybe that helps clear that up a little bit.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of moving parts with this whole thing. I mean, I think it's fairly easy to understand, but it's so new this year, and it's kind of an interesting concept. So yeah, let me go ahead and see if we can play this a little bit here, and we'll have to be a little bit careful, but let's see what we can do here. So obviously the kicking team will kick off from its 35-yard line. Let's play it. Okay. The numbers. Yeah. So a minimum of 9 members of the receiving team will line up between the 30 and the 35-yard lines. Yeah. Play begins when the ball is either caught or hits the ground in the landing zone, which is the red zone, right? Or is returned from the end zone. Any kick that hits and stays in the landing zone must be returned. So that's, I think, where they're I guess they're feeling that it's going to promote a lot better. And this is a really weird to me because in the past they were so concerned about people getting injured on the kickoffs. It's kind of interesting to me that they're going to.
Well, they're not getting a 40-yard head start or 50-yard head start now. Now they've knocked that down to 20 yards, so they're not getting up to full speed. So that's where they're thinking it's going to take the danger out of it.
Okay,
it's more of a almost even a running play, more so now than a full blown just run at each other as fast as you can.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. And it keeps everybody closer. I get it. All right.
Yeah, two of the.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead, Janie. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say that two of the main rules that changed, which is the dynamic kickoff and the hip drop tackle, were both basically to lower the injury list.
Yeah,
it was the reason.
Okay, so it does say any kick that bounces from the landing zone into the end zone must be returned or down by the receiving team for a touchback in possession at its 20-yard line. Now didn't last year was the 30-yard line, right? When they did a touchback.
Yep.
I think it was 25.
25?
I
thought it was 30, but all right. All right. Well, here we go. If a kick fails to reach the 20-yard line, the receiving team takes possession at its 40-yard line. Which, I guess that would be like if it goes out of bounds, right? It's like the bad penalty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if the ball enters the end zone in the air, the receiving team can return it or down it and take possession at its 30-yard line. All right, so that's a little bit different, I think. Yeah, okay, so if it was 25, then they get an additional 5 yards out of it this time.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, now this one's ugly. If the ball goes out of bounds, the receiving team that's the same thing.
Same thing. Nothing changed.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a bad penalty, though. That is to have that ball at the 40.
Well, you got 60 yards to keep it in. I mean,
yeah, I know. I hear that. All right. So this kind of goes with your onside kick story, Janie. So maybe I'll have you go ahead and read that real quick.
All right. Yeah, we do have a little bit of a change with the onside kickoff rule. Although the surprise kick is going away, teams will still be able to attempt an onside kick, but there will be special rules in place for that. So teams can only attempt an onside kick in the fourth quarter, and only if they are losing. The team must let the officiating crew know that they're planning to attempt an onside kick. And then the touchback rule, any kick that goes out the back of the end zone, so in the air and bounces, results in a touchback to the 30-yard line. From there, all standard onside kick rules apply. Although the surprise onside kick is gone for now, it could make a comeback. The new NFL kickoff rule is only in place for 1-year trial, and the league will look at it again in this season, and then it possibly could return in 2025 to be the old way.
I'll be the first to say it. I don't like it. I don't like this one. I mean, only permitted in the fourth quarter. Why?
And if they're losing and they have to, it has to go through the officials.
Yeah, that's
so no more surprises. No more surprises is basically what it was. And
I bet you. I have a feeling, and let me get your guys' opinion on it, but I have a feeling that this will be a one and done year with that rule. I bet you they'll change that back
I
next
hope
year.
so.
I think
I don't
so
like it.
too.
Yeah, it's silly.
You know. All right. Well, let's see the graphic on this. Let's see what the heck this says. Probably the same thing JD just said. Really not going to say anything talking about it. So that's part of football operation right there, guys.
All right. So the next, want me to go?
Yeah, you can talk about it, sure. Janie.
Sorry. Yep, I'm here. All right. So the next big rule change is the hip drop tackle. After reviewing prior season videos, the clubs had voted unanimously to remove the hip drop tackle from the game, the goal being to reduce the number of lower body injuries. A hip drop tackle occurs when a defender wraps up a ball carrier and rotates or swivels his hips, unweighting himself and dropping onto the ball carrier's legs during the tackle. So if a player grabs the runner with both hands or wraps the runner up with both arms and unweights himself by swiveling and dropping his hips and or lower body, causing himself to land and trap the runner's leg or legs at or below the knee, it will result in a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Stupid.
Yeah, that one, that's a little. I mean, where is enough's enough with that, right?
Put on the flags.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, what we'll do here is we'll definitely take a look at it just so everybody understands it. But again, we don't like it. All right, here we go. And of course, it has to be Dallas all the time. So
here we go.
Dallas cried about it to get the rule changed. I'm just kidding.
All right, here we go. So hip drop. Grabbing the runner with both hands, wrap. I mean,
that's as clean as you can get.
No, I don't know if I feel that this is good here.
Oh man, there's going to be so many flags. They're going to be afraid to tackle these guys.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's see another one. I don't know. I mean, yeah, exactly. How else you can't grab them up on the top by the pads.
You can't pop them.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you supposed to do at this stage?
I don't know, man.
What's next? You can't torso tackle them, I mean, we'll continue on. All right, maybe that, there you had the legs underneath, maybe, but I don't.
You can't control that, though. You're going to tackle the guy, and you're not trying to slam him. You're trying to bring him down. It's like,
right. It's not like you've got time to stop and think, let me stop and assess where I'm going to wrap myself up on this guy or take him down,
Yeah, totally ridiculous. All right, let's
You're right,
see.
Wally.
Yeah, Wally says get ready, 2029, flag NFL football permanently.
Yeah, at this rate. But I will say every one of these rules are going to be re-looked at and could be, changed again next year. And that they say that in every one of the, the rules.
Yeah.
That it's basically for this year. They're going to see if it helps with injuries mainly is what they're looking at.
Yeah, and I agree. Like 3D Pops is saying this is going to be the highest scoring season ever. VDub is saying likely to see 55 and 50 scores. Yeah, if they can't do shit. It doesn't sound like.
Yeah.
You know, Tommy says can't hit high, can't hit low, can barely touch quarterbacks, can't hip drop. The defense is getting screwed in, and I still go with the defense wins games myself personally. Yeah, Sparky getting paid,
More to do less.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. All right, let's see what else they have here. All right, so
that's more of like, see, that's a little different though, man. He's grabbing him up by the shoulders. That's almost like a horse collar. You know, that's a little different. That one right there, they're going for, you know, ankle safety, but that other two were no, man. But this one right here is dangerous.
Well, this one right here, especially, he was running out of bounds, so
right. Little different. You could have called personal foul. You could have called for late hit. You could. He's running out of bounds. He's given up. Like, all right, maybe this one, but those.
Yeah.
Those other ones looked like really clean tackles.
Yeah.
The first few that we were looking at.
I guess when their legs get trapped under them, you know, they're going to get eyes on them, right? So either way.
But Timo, we've moved on, buddy. I mean, I see you on that Knicks thing. It's fun to talk trash, but we're on different plays now, bud.
Yeah, that's about it. That's really, we're going to not put up with that too much longer, Fatima. I mean, you're welcome to be here, but come on, man. You're just here to troll Tommy. It's getting old. All right, it's been old for 3 years, so we don't want it. All right, here we go. Again, you know, the guy's out of bounds. He's clearly out of bounds.
Yeah, that's different. You could throw a flag for something else, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Personal foul, late hit, or, you know, he's given up. So he's 3 yards out of bounds at that point.
Yep. I don't know.
Oh, no, I want to see that one again. Damn it, I didn't really get to see it.
Let me pull that one back a little bit. So that looks pretty clean right there.
Yeah, man. See, when there's, I can see that when they're leaning back, when they're wrapping around and then they lean back, I get it there. But the side tackles, I don't get it. But like right there, he's on him, then he leans back, which look at the ankles, man. I get that.
Yep. That's the unweighting themselves by, you know, putting their entire weight on them and bringing them down. That's the main reason that they want to, you know, stop doing this. But I agree with you, Tommy, that's not on every one of those plays that we just watched.
No.
So, number one, how do they even call that a hip tackle?
I don't know.
You know, or hip drop, right?
Yeah, because he's up around his shoulders.
Well, I think they're saying the player, it's a hip drop. So basically, you're hanging on, you're lifting your feet and using your weight to pull him down. So it's at your hip you're doing it, not them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That maybe makes a little bit more
sense.
Look
at his feet. Look at the tackler's feet, way up in the air. He's just using the weight.
Yeah.
I get that part, but it's not on all these plays, though.
So the guy's probably, you know, 3 times as big as the other guy, it looks like, right?
True.
You know, what are they supposed to do? I mean, I don't ever remember football. Oh, well, if, you know, you can't bring him, you're supposed to bring him down. I don't get this, but, you know, I mean, I understand you can't, like, sweep their legs and shit like that. But
right.
I don't know.
Look at his ankle, though, in that play, though. Did you see it?
Yes. Yeah.
Unfortunate, you know?
Yeah, I see what they're saying. They definitely are using their.
I think you just can't. You're tackling them. You can't like lift up your feet. Basically, use your weight to pull them down. You can just follow through on the tackle. I think you're fine. That play right there, I could see what they're talking about. The ones out of bounds, you could have thrown a flag for something else. Those other ones were just tackles, man. I don't think they're clear on exactly what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's your hip drop tackle right there.
Give the refs another thing to throw a flag for. They'll love it.
Definitely.
Don't do a hip tackle.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
So,
even though that, I get what everybody's saying, I still think it's pretty lame, but
So
we'll see.
hopefully another one of those that will be, looked at again and possibly it'll definitely be reevaluated and adjusted next season. That's what they do. So then the next, you want me to, go ahead.
Well, I'm just sorry to talk about this a little bit more. Steve says the act of leaving your feet is where the issue originates, outside of it being dangerous. Okay. So yeah, that, and by seeing this in close, I definitely agree with you on this for sure.
Yeah, because last year, remember, we kind of started the conversation about the turf as opposed to, and I honestly thought that a lot of these lower body injuries were due to that. But now looking at this, I can see where, a lot of them came from this type of a tackle too.
Yep, 100%. Well, I think there's definitely an argument to be made on both sides for sure. Janie, you said you had something else too, right?
Yeah, a couple more things. The NFL is now going to allow 2 more types of plays to be reviewed via replay. One is the officials can now assess whether or not a passer was down or out of bounds prior to throwing a pass, and whether or not the play clock expired before the ball was snapped.
Okay.
So that's the review. The 2 more things that they changed as far as being able to use the replay.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So in order for them to throw a challenge flag, they can do that now.
Yep. Okay. They can do it for these 2 things. And then the final one is the new quarterback rules, which I'm going to explain it. It's actually reverted back to the 23 terms after the Players Association declined to approve recent changes that had a more relaxed qualifying restriction. Teams learned of the reversion back to the 23 season ahead of Tuesday's deadline to cut the rosters to 53 players. They will still be able to elevate a 3rd quarterback from the practice squad for games. Yep. But that player would count against the game day roster limit. The original purpose of the rule was to lessen the chance that a team would be left without a healthy quarterback in a game. So, as they could last season, teams can exempt their 3rd quarterback from counting against game day roster restrictions only if he is part of the 53-man roster that week. The owners had approved that change in March that would have allowed teams to elevate quarterbacks from the practice squad and allowed the 3rd quarterback unlimited playtime in the season. However, the rule could be, and some of them said that could have been viewed as a way to stash players on practice squads rather than pay them the 53-man roster rate. So as it stands now, a 3rd quarterback can only be activated 3 times per season.
Interesting.
That's right.
Yep.
And last but not least is the new onside kickoff rule for the 24th season.
We did.
We did. Sorry, we talked about that in the beginning. That's right.
Yeah, which that one probably is the one I don't like the most.
You know what?
Yeah,
I like it, and it only affected one team last year, and that would have been the Broncos, who got the onside kick. But I think that's a good one because, dude, if you do that and you're winning and there's no reason to do it, you got 8 guys standing on the line that don't know that 12 guys are coming at them to fucking rip their heads off.
Yeah.
Well,
so if you're trying to be safe, that's like one I look at and go, all right, I get it. I get it. Not saying I like it, but I don't dislike it either because that's where a lot of people get hurt because it's a fucking, Mayday, bro. They just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think that rule. I just think that, again, they're taking out a lot of excitement, man, because that won a Super Bowl for, who is it, the Rams or the Cardinals? Or somebody did it at halftime and they got it and it ended up being like the deciding,
Yeah.
factor at the end of the game.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
the Rams.
Well, and then also too, more to put in here as well. The Guardian helmets. We displayed those last year. The rubber
yeah.
helmets. They have been approved for regular season as well, if the player chooses to want to use that.
So I think in Denver's play, we were at the practice and they were talking about some players were getting like sponsored. So there's going to be players from each team. If they choose, they're going to be out there wearing them. So you're going to see them with a couple players that I do think are getting paid, from Guardian or whatever. But we saw it in the Broncos games. There was like 1 or 2 players wearing those, man. And who knows? Like maybe they're doing stats or just, trying to get some actual like, feedback from them on it. But
Yeah,
I've seen those in person and I think it's not a terrible idea. It looks goofy, but who cares,
Yeah, if it's protecting them from what the CTEs, right? And then there was another one here about the onside. Does it still have to at least go 10 yards? As far as I know, Dustin, it does. But I don't know if Janie, if you saw that anywhere when you were looking at that about the onside.
About what was the question? I can't see.
The ball would have to go at least 10 yards once they do the onside kick. I'm sure it is, but
yeah, I didn't actually see that, but
all right. Well, we think it is. I guess the reason why I'm so upset about the onside kick, because Tommy, when we played Madden, I'm a pro at that onside kick, and if you're going to take that away from me, then that's kind of unfair, don't you think?
you never got an onside on me there, buddy.
I'm just joking around. All right, guys. So there's definitely been some changes, and but still, I think no matter what the changes are, every year, I mean, we're still going to watch. It's not like we're not going to watch and root for your team.
right.
I hate to say it, but even if it became flag football, we probably still would. We wouldn't be happy about it. It may only last one season, but I believe we still would watch it. I don't think it's really much of a love for your team more than it is for a love of the game, right? That's how I feel about it.
There was one more update actually about that changed this year, and that is that players in certain positions now have more jersey numbers to choose from.
That's right. That's a big one.
That is a big one. So quarterbacks, punters, and place kickers, defensive backs, running backs, fullbacks, halfbacks, tight ends, wide receivers, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and linebackers. Their numbers, like the 2020 season and earlier, were like, they started at 1 through 19 for like quarterbacks, punters, and place kickers. And now they're going to be 0. They can have zeros, and they can go 0 to 49, and then they can go from 90 to 99. Defensive backs, running backs, fullbacks, and halfbacks used to be like numbers 20 through 49, and now 0 through 49 and 80 through 89. So they basically added the 0 and allowed them to go higher also. So between 49 and 79, there's nothing, but 0 to 49 is now, instead of 1, and then you can go up to 99, 80 to 89, 90 to 99. So they added that.
Okay, well, that's definitely interesting about the numbers, for sure. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Janie, so much for your news report. Very good. Love it.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, same as last year, we're going to take the last 10 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring back the picks again this year. So Tommy, myself, Janie, and Knock will pick, and then we'll get the chat's picks too to see whoever's the, at the end of the season. It's just kind of interesting to see who kind of knew their stuff or not. All right. So very first game we have is Baltimore Ravens at Kansas. What do you think, Tommy?
Kansas.
Okay. Janie?
Kansas.
Knock?
Chiefs.
Okay, I am starting off with Baltimore on that one. I am going to go a little different. Chat, what do you guys
How'd
think?
that work for you last year, buddy?
I know, but let's try, right?
Hey, that's
What
a good one.
Baltimore.
Oh man, go slow. I just see Baltimore.
Come on, let's see here. So we got 2 Baltimores. Well, we
One
got-
Kansas, Baltimore. So 2-2. Kansas City, Baltimore, 3-3. Baltimore,
Taylor
Kansas
Swift.
City. Jeez, it's like dead even. Come on, make this easy, guys.
Taylor might have brought it over the edge. Sadly,
Yeah.
Kansas. All right.
Yeah,
we'll go-
Kansas City.
Okay. All right. And then next we have the Green Bay Packers at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Packers.
Okay. Janie Knock.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles too.
Okay. I am going with I'm actually going with Philadelphia.
Ooh. There's my win. Packers all day, baby.
All right, who do the chat has? We got Eagles, Packers, Eagles. It's close.
It's tied right now. Oh, Packers. Come on. We need a couple more, guys. We got 22 people in here. Throw it in there.
Well, I guess
Next one.
next one takes it. Packers or Eagles? Up. Packers. All right. Okay. Next we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Atlanta Falcons.
Falcons.
I'm gonna go Falcons.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Falcons also.
Okay, Knock, you said Atlanta as well. What do we have here? Falcons. I think it's pretty safe to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody likes Wilson. Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay, next we have looks like the Arizona Cardinals at the Buffalo Bills.
Cardinals.
You really taking the cards on that, huh, Tommy?
Oh yeah. Quarterback's healthy, bud. Watch out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Bills.
I have also taken the Bills. And what is the
Cat's
chat?
got the Bills. They got the Bills.
Bills, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. One dirty bird.
Okay. Next, we have the Tijuana Titans at the Chicago Bears. Ooh.
Mm.
I'm gonna take the Titans.
I'm gonna go with Bears.
I don't want to go for the Bears, but I think they're gonna win. So the Bears. The Bears.
All right. Well, let's get a listen in real quick.
The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Oh boy. So,
Oof.
oof. All right.
That's
So we
right.
got
Bears got them by 2-1.
in Chicago. It is.
It is the Bears, yeah.
All right. All right. Next, we have the New England Patriots at the Bengals.
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 It's an easy one.
Yep, Bengals.
What about the chat? Chat's not even picking on this one. They're like, yeah.
We got 2 Bengals, 3 Bengals, 4 Bengals, 1 Pats.
Uh-huh.
5 Bengals, 2 Pats. 6 Bengals, 2 Pats. Yeah, it's Bengals.
Okay. And then next we have the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. And these are all- You want Texans?
Oh, yeah.
Janie Knock in chat?
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Oh. All right. That's not a
I got
bad.
Houston.
Who's the chat? Chat wants Houston.
Houston, Colts, Houston, Colts, Houston. It's Houston.
I think it's Houston as well. All right, so that's an interesting pick, Janie. But week 1 too. You never know.
Exactly.
So how about the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Dolphins?
That's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna take the Dolphins, but that's gonna be closer.
Dolphins. Yes.
Always interested in Knock Andrews' picks. He seems to know stuff.
I'm gonna go Jags.
Are you okay? And then the chat. Who do we got the chat at? We got Dolphins.
Dolphins all the way. 1 Jags, 2 Jags.
Dolphins. Okay. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints.
Saints.
Thanks.
Could be close, but
Yeah, that might be.
they're both gonna suck.
What do you think, Knock?
I'm gonna go Derek Carr, the Saints.
Okay. And chat, what do we have here?
Saints.
Hey,
Saints.
dude, you're gonna
Who
miss
dat?
Eddie's thing. Don't go far away.
All right, everybody. The next one is the Minnesota Vikings at the New York Giants.
I'm gonna go
Woo!
Giants.
This could be interesting. You might be right.
Vikings.
You know what? I'm going to go New York as well.
Yeah, Giants, they have a stable team from last year. I don't think they're going to be good, but Vikings are different this year. They're a completely different team. So who knows?
Completely different team. That's why I'm going to go with them.
Okay,
Wait,
so you're
who is it again?
Vikings at the Giants.
I don't even know who's the quarterback for the Vikings.
It's
They just lost another one or dropped one.
I think it's Sam Darnold, huh?
it is Sam Darnold.
I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Okay. So everybody is picking the Giants except Janie and the chat. Is that correct?
Oh, Vikings. Yeah, it looks like the Vikings.
Okay. Next, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the LA Chargers.
Whoo!
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home
I might
team
go
Chargers.
Raiders. The home team is the Raiders. We run LA.
Right. The home team is no. I'm sorry. The home team is the Chargers. On this week 1.
But he's saying because that's where
Oh,
they're
yeah.
from.
All right, and so Knock, you definitely want the Raiders, right?
I think I'll go Raiders. Yeah.
All right, Janie.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
Okay, and what did chat have on this one?
Chargers. Raiders. Yeah, all Raiders, Chargers. Yeah, it's Raiders.
All right, we'll go with the Raiders on the chat. All right, how about the Denver Broncos at the Seattle Seahawks?
DB, baby.
Ooh.
I know who Tommy's taking.
By 10.
I'm taking the Denver Broncos as well.
I got Denver.
I am too.
Okay. Now, don't just pick Denver because it's Tommy, chat.
No, I just
they
really
go
think that
against.
they've got a chance. We go against them.
What you talking about?
All right, let's see here. Chargers. No.
I see Seattle, Broncos. Somebody did Donkeys, Broncos, Bo Nix, Broncos. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, chat.
Yeah.
About
All right.
damn time you guys get on the fucking train.
All right. Next is the Dallas Cowboys at the Cleveland Browns.
I'm gonna take the boys only because I got my guy.
I'm taking obviously Dallas. So Janie, who do you want?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys also.
That's right, you are. Knock.
I'll
Shut
go
up.
Cleveland.
Woo!
All right, chat. Who do we got here?
Cowboys, Browns, Cowboys,
Dog pound.
All right.
Cowboys. Yeah, it's Cowboys.
All right. Well, yeah.
Yeehaw.
All right, Dallas. All right.
CeeDee
next-
Lamb is good. I got him on my fantasy team. I hope he lights it up. I hope.
Well, I think he's going to.
I think he will. All right. Next, we have the Washington Commanders at Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay's gonna beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Washington on that one.
Why would you do that?
I'm telling you, I have this weird feeling about Washington.
It's definitely weird.
I think Knock might feeling a little weird right now too. He's thinking about it.
Chat's got Tampa, Redskins, Tampa.
Yeah, I'll go football team. Commanders.
All right. Me and Knock took Washington, everybody else Tampa. I don't hate the Buccaneers neither, but I just have a weird feeling this game. All right. LA Rams at Detroit Lions.
Lions.
This should be a good one.
It is gonna be a really good one.
I'm gonna take Detroit on that one.
Smart man.
Yep.
Go ahead, Knock.
You're right, V-Dub. Week 1 is very unpredictable.
It's very unpredictable, but that's going to be, it's a good game.
I'm going the opposite of Knock. Who'd you pick, Knock?
I'll go Lions.
All right, then I'm doing it. I'm doing the opposite. Let's go Rams. Get my sneaky one in there. I was doing opposite of you.
Yeah, you want Lions, right, Knock?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said Lions.
Yes.
And the chat, what do we think about the chat here?
It goes
Matthew
Rams,
Stafford's going back to
Rams, Lions.
Fuck, that's kind of why. All right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Rams, and then 1, 2, 3, 7-3 Rams.
LA. All right. Next we have, which is Sunday night, New York Jets at San Francisco.
San Fran. Ooh, I'm gonna go San Fran. They're home.
Yeah.
Okay.
That might be a good game.
I'm taking San Fran as well.
I'll go Jets.
You going Jets? Okay.
No terrible pick. Right now we got Cowboys, San Fran, 49ers.
All right, guys. Last pick, and this is going to be the following Thursday game. Is going to be the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins.
Ooh.
I'll take
go with Miami.
I'm going to take Buffalo.
I'll take Buffalo.
Janie, you want Miami?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who does the chat want? So we got Bills, Dolphins. I can't tell what 3D Pops put on there.
Bills, Dolphins.
Okay, so it looks like the Dolphins on that. All right, very good. All right, so we do have our week 1 picks in already, so that's wonderful. I think we're pretty much done for the week 1 here with the 4th and goal. Any other things anybody want to talk about?
No, that's good.
Now, ready to play some football. I wish the game was coming on today, but,
Right.
Yeah, wait.
Well, everybody, that's about it for today.
Adios.
It's been fun.
We'll see you guys next
Thank
week.
you. Same place. No different time.
Thanks, everybody, for showing up.